paying taxes out there in 2007 or 8, all that period, 9, we're paying thousands of dollars, like 25. In 2009, I told Mukhtar, go downtown and check this the thing out. You know, like if you don't pay it, a fine, all that stupid stuff. They can't do nothing. I said, they can't do nothing. Then the thing doubles. When I come out there, it's $22,900 some dollars. As though I have a personal bank of my own that I could take money out of and not put it. So they lie so bad. Because see, there's so much stuff going on, you actually forget. Because there's too many things going on. Oh yeah, I just sit there and thought, oh yeah, I donated $35,000 to the, what's the name account. Then the other time after that, more recently, it was, oh yeah, the 49 to 48,000 for this. Look, if you feel like it, take my word for it. We spent so much money out there. That's what prevented us, slowed us from making more progress here. Now you have to realize, while all of this is going on, we're still acquiring property here. We're still paying out to the school. There's a miracle going on. If you were to go in the books and figure out where does the $500,000 come from, there's heating and all this stuff goes on here, and the kids, you gotta heat them up in the winter. That's most of the school year, is in the winter, right? And it's cool, and they want it fluffy and warm. Where, and this is just for me to y'all, I do look over the records, and there's huge gaps in where that money's coming from. It's like it's a mystery. So, well, I know. I paid this all the time, paid that. But all the time, you're growing in development. And don't forget here, they are relentless on fines and all of that here at the same time. That's why I said we're a miracle crew. Now, at the same time, they're trying to nullify this property. And each one of them helps each other. If you watch what CARE says, he says what they say. This is an internal problem. It's not an internal problem. It's theft. It's out and out theft. How they thought they was gonna just come and take the property? Well, we're just gonna, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna feed that. So Abdul Malik leaves in 2008, and Mukhtar's there. He's kind of hypocritical at first, just mousing along, you know, waiting for biding his time. But eventually, we actually tell them to sell that property. 2015 and 16. We say, yeah, I'm talking to one of our brothers here. I said, yeah, I've said it 3 times. Yeah, they're gonna sell that property out there. And lo and behold, that's the time they sold it. I stayed away for over a year to make sure they sold it and got it moving. Why? Why all of this? Because the root of all of this is that nobody believes that an African American can outthink the white man and domesticate the white man, is what I'm saying. Train him to help you. That's what domestication means. When you domesticate a cow, you domesticate a horse. When you domesticate anything, you're domesticating that animal, that thing, to help you and your program. Okay, the European has been domesticated. Mukhtar and all of them have been fully domesticated. Because everything they did, it was the fifth or sixth cycle. This happened so many times before. You can see it all coming. So then you are becoming a perfectionist at manipulating the environmental circumstances. It ain't nothing new. It's just natural. So right now, if you look at us here, you look at everywhere we are, everything that has happened is all in our favor. Everything. And people said, man, they busted you upside the head. I said, at the Pettis Bridge, they busted the people upside the head. They're making getting busted upside the head the beginning and end all of everything. I said, ain't nothing. I remember I was watching that movie Gandhi, and it was a whole group of people. They would march up to the gate of this place, and then they hit them over the head, and then they would take them back off stretchers, and they did this all day and all night. They just busted upside the head. Busted upside the head is literally nothing. It's absolutely nothing compared to the benefits, compared to the exposure. Now look at all of these people. What did they do? Did they check and see who was right and who was wrong? Not so far. Did they support the brotherhood? Absolutely not. Nothing happened. They all failed in the mission. We're successful. It's a huge success. Not because we say it is, but because it is. And number one, how many people can do what we do? How many people can do what we have done? How many people even have the privilege of visualizing a new world dispensation or anything like that? We do because we've done it. We've already arranged. It's so deep. Yes, you start off oppressed. Then you move to competitor. We pass that stage, strategic management under conditions of repression. And then you move to predator. We're predator in them. They ain't predator in us. Or they go and do stuff against you. That ain't nothing. But everything is arranged now that most of the stuff they'll do will help us. Everything they've done recently is to help. It's definitely to help. There's no way it can't be a help. When they was at the bank one time, first they took the bank account. You see all the different bank accounts. Mukhtar opened an account. And then they called me, they said, there's such and such an account. I said, I don't have no account like that. No, they took $34,000 out of one account and put it in Mukhtar's account. And I called him, I said, I looked on my sheet, I said, $34,000, where's that money? Oh, that's account such and such and such. It was opened by such and. I said, that don't have nothing to do with us. But the bank is cooperating with them, remember. Now, when the bank cooperates with That means the Treasury Department will tell the bank, you do what we say. Don't worry about what it costs you. If it costs you $100 million, if it costs you this much, you estimate how much it costs you in psychology, psychological loss, name recognition, right? We'll take care of it. That's what the Bank of America is told by the government because of their behavior, because of the way they acted. So they put the money back in my account. Then later on, Mukhtar comes in the bank again and they called me, they said, do you want us to arrest him? I said, I don't care what you do. They pretended, the Berkeley police pretended to arrest Mukhtar. Then the next day, they took the whole account and put it in his name. With Hashim Alauddin there, with the Indian guy there, all of them was at the bank. Whatever they're saying, the court said they was wrong. The court said that that was a forgery. You know, it was a forgery. So I can take care of that. I probably will take care of most of that, those two things, when I go out there. But I ain't in no hurry. Their behavior is so blatant that if we don't get the proper help from the legal departments and all of that, I can beat all that case in court myself. That stuff is so ridiculous. I mean, you just never heard of this stuff. It can't happen. It's never happened where you can take somebody's name off an account and put their money from us here. We're the good guys. We're sending them money all the time. We're doing this. And he's talking about fighting corruption. The nigga is crazy, right? He's absolutely, hey man, this is so crazy. Now, you got to remember now. I want you to remember, because I always say we, but I'll say it again, we. Think of us and our attitude over the last few years. Does it seem like an attitude of depression or hilariousness? Just, this is hilarious. If we talk about the Saudis or anybody, we said these people, what did we call it? I'll think of it in a second. It is just unbelievable, the behavior they have. You see what I mean? It's unbelievable. So today we just wanted to go over, well, I gotta just read a little bit of this one. This is a charge sheet. Oh, you believe, stand out firmly for justice, even against yourselves. We, the Muslims, charge Imam Abdul-Alim Musa with arrogant, not arrogance, arrogant. Arrogant having or displayed a sense of overbearing self-worth and self-importance. Oh, you believe, put not yourselves forward before Allah and His Messenger, but fear Allah, for Allah is He who hears and knows all things. We Muslims find Imam Musa guilty. False accusation, accusing brothers and sisters of Masjid al-Islam of being police and federal agents. That's one thing. One thing about them, they can do anything they want, and they get highly upset if you call them the police. They really, you got a nerve calling me the police. Just because I stole the money over here, just because I shot this guy here, just because I tore this building down and set this building on fire by mistake, you gonna call me a saboteur and the police. These people are hilarious. We the Muslims found Imam Musa guilty. So, oh, you believe if a wicked person come to you, the same one that we had. Imam Musa has neither love nor mercy for his subjects. This is what the nigga say. Like I'm a king. Think I'm lying? It says it right there. Want to look? It says, Imam Musa neither love or mercy for his subjects. Something psychological going on. Who has subjects except for Allah and kings? They have subjects. We find you guilty. Imam Musa says you must be able to live under extreme stress and suspicion. 2009 and 2010 and a half. As-Sabiqun newsletter, as well as video. We Muslims find you guilty. Oh, you believe avoid suspicion? That's not the same thing. Avoid suspicion. That's under normal conditions. If people come in to your house and steal one thing today, come in next month, steal something else, after about the 7th or 8th time, it's not suspicion. That's not suspicion. If the Muslims join up with your community from 1980 up until the early 2000s, and they have a pattern of behavior. They come, they enjoy the fruits, they make it seem like everything all right, and then they leave time after time for no reason. And if it is a reason, they make it for you. There's a crew over there, a little black guy and a few more. This was years ago over at the Masjid on 8th Street. Two little black fellas, one married, whoever it was, the little Texas girl. And they left, went to Somalia, came back, did something. They went over to Darley. Everybody left on that section, went everywhere and sat up there like Imam Musa did some harm to us.